case. I mean, there's good that comes out of bad things too. You got to understand, I mean, there's a lot of good that comes out of bad things when you're honest and you're truthful. I mean, if you're a criminal, then you're going to get caught. Truth always comes to the surface, but that's that extorting. Now, Hollywood is another thing. Now that stuff is that Diddy stuff, that music industry, that's been dirty for so long that, I mean, I can talk about that. My son was signed to 2 record labels out there. 2 Easy Records was Baron Davis. His manager was D-Mac, was P. Diddy's best friend. And that was my son's. Khloe Kardashian they were filming a pilot of all the skateboarders in California, and that was going to be a pilot. And Khloe Kardashian was the mom on the show, like the house girl that would clean the kitchen and be in the show. And I discovered that these guys were, I mean, Eddie's deal was he would never go to Diddy's party. He used to tell all his skate buddies, be careful going there. He just had this inner kind of feeling that it was not a good thing to be going to. And these kids got screwed up by going over there. A lot of them had bad experiences. So, this whole music industry goes way back into the dirty nonsense that they were using kids in. And the rap world was
well, I mean, you also have the Corys.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, Corey Haim and Corey
And he's
Feldman.
been telling a long time, for those kids. I mean, they committed suicide. There's look at Justin Bieber. I mean, look at what they did to some of these Canadian musicians and stuff. I mean, Diddy's stuff is going to come out. That's going to be more. There's more to come. And now, God willing, that this has happened in our country. This is a new dawning for this country. We came extremely close to communists taking over this country. That's what people need to understand.
Yeah. We're still close.
So I got to put this into perspective. In 2016, my brother's mission really was not to have Hillary Clinton win, because if she had won, she's a communist. Then we would have been escalated into communism. So now we have this other woman who they put in. If that had happened, she's a pawn. She's a dummy. She's whatever she is. She doesn't know anything about what she's even do. She's not even qualified to be the vice president. She's not even qualified to be a senator. She would have done exactly what they wanted to do. Our country would have been a mess if this didn't. Now, that's a new dawning, and people should be very proud of themselves.
We're not out of the woods yet.
No, we're not. We got a lot of work to do.
Trump's not president yet.
Nope,
Right.
that's
we
right.
still have 2 months, and I will just say I am deeply worried in these next 2 months. I say Trump and J.D. Vance
Keep your guard up.
They need to be taking separate vehicles. They should never be in the same location at the same time. And I seriously hope that Trump is taking it seriously. I assume he is. Nominating Matt Gaetz. We bought champagne when he did.
I know. It's wonderful. I'm so happy.
But what I said was there are certain appointments Trump can make, which is a shot across the bow at the deep state.
Yep.
Basically a warning shot like, hey, guys, we mean business. No. The nomination of Matt Gaetz was him saying war.
Well, yeah, and back to the rule of law. That's all.
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to be vengeance. It's not that way. It's about rule of law. Matt Gaetz knows, these people know who and what they're going to do. They know exactly what was going on. We fought this. We already proved that there were criminals going on, and there's criminal activity going on. It's just that nobody ever did anything to get these people behind bars.
Right. Instead, they allowed the Justice Department and other things to become absolutely weaponized against average people.
That's right.
And that's terrible. I mean, I know women who went to their school board meetings, and next thing you know, they're on the Quiet Skies list.
That's
they're
right.
threat tagged as domestic terrorists.
Insane.
Yeah.
I
Not
know
for much
you're.
longer.
I know you're right. I know you're telling the truth, but that is
Tulsi
so
Gabbard.
insane.
Also,
Yeah.
and why is that? Why do we have like FBI agents? I'll use Garrett O'Boyle as an example. He's the one during the weaponization hearing who said they will crush you.
That's right.
I mean, they try to make examples of people.
And there's one point that I want to make about this. When these programs are used to politically used by people for politics, to disenfranchise people, to basically persecute American citizens, it makes other American citizens less safe.
Yes.
Because you're taking resources away from doing actual work. These programs exist specifically to protect the lives of Americans.
Yeah.
When you put Tulsi Gabbard on that list, someone that is absolutely not a threat to Americans, she does not pose any threat to Americans. What she poses is a threat to the bureaucracy,
Yeah.
to the entrenched. She poses a threat to
Bureaucracy.
the entrenched bureaucracy. So when you put
Very important word, bureaucracy.
yeah, when you thank you very much. That's true.
It is because the bureaucrats are doing their
Yes.
dirty work to
Yes.
the people in the local communities. They're terrorizing people.
Exactly. And when you put people like
Minions.
Tulsi Gabbard onto that list, you are taking time away from finding actual threats. Thank God
That's right.
thank God nothing has happened, but you are taking resources away from finding real threats. And they're doing it because they want to protect their own power.
Yes.
These programs
right.
probably need to end. As much as as people they will say, "Oh, you're going to endanger people, you're going to endanger Americans." It is more likely that these programs are a greater danger and greater threat to American security and greater threat to Americans' liberty than having them than any terrorists are currently.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
They want to rip the Constitution and our Bill of Rights up. That's
Yeah.
all they want to do. They don't.
Unquestionably.
We are a constitutional republic. There is no other nation in the country like our country. Look at what they've done to the middle class. Look how they have destroyed the middle class in this country. Look, prime example is COVID. During COVID, look at all the businesses that had to shut down. Okay, and especially the ones that wouldn't take PPP money from the government. You know, I mean, they just destroyed the middle class. No other country in the world has a middle class. That's what makes this country such a beautiful country. Look at the skate park. Look at all this opportunity that kids have. We need to get that back into the message of young people today. Is opportunity. This country gives you the whole picture.
I think that they intentionally want to destroy this country.
Yes.
And so taking away the dreams and ambition of young people, that's what we are seeing with the younger generations.
Yep.
These kids are being raised to feel entitled
Yeah.
and to do nothing. And so now you have many millennials who don't want to work. I'll give you an example of their ideology. There's a viral tweet where someone said, "What are you going to do once communism wins?" And one response was, "I'll teach poetry lessons on my farm."
Oh no, that's not going to happen.
Someone responded, "Your farm?"
Yeah.
But they don't understand. They think
Poetry is out the door,
Oh,
Tim.
easily.
You're not going to read books.
And you won't
Art
have a farm.
is gone. Art, music, gone.
Let me say, I always ask people this: how many people do you know play guitar? Mm-hmm. Do you know many?
Oh yeah.
Lots.
Oh, yeah. Lots.
How many of them
I do.
wish they were professional musicians and made a living playing guitar?
That's right.
A lot of them, right?
A lot of them. Everybody has those aspirations, right?
How many of them have the skills to actually make it?
Not a lot.
Right. Now, these people on the left think, if we had communism, I could be playing guitar all day. Yeah, right. They're going to take your guitar and you're going to break rocks.
Oh, absolutely.
If you
absolutely.
you take a look at how North Korea handles these things.
Yeah,
There are kids that are told when they're young, you will be a skateboarder.
that's right.
And then they take this kid, give him a skateboard, and say, start skateboarding. The kid doesn't have a choice.
That's right.
And some people are like, wow, I wish my life was just skateboarding. That kid doesn't know anything.
That's right. Well, that's a good example of the Olympics. If you look, you look
Yeah.
back at the history of Olympics and you see Chinese kids and the pressure that they're under and they're told to do those things. And so many stories about that kind of thing. And that's why the Olympics is so dirty, because they should have never allowed that kind of activity going on in communism is a very, very evil thing. You know?
I think Hillary Clinton and the neoliberal uniparty establishment, the story goes that at some point, we were supposed to open the trade up with China so that China would be more like us.
Right.
It didn't happen. I think what happens is you get these Democrats and Republicans who are like, man, look at this.
Yeah.
China can build a highway overnight by flattening a bunch of residential houses and no one can stop them.
Right.
We got to deal with lawsuits in courts. How do we do that?
Yeah.
And so they invite in the Chinese Communist Party to say, teach us how we can destroy. Look, it's better for the country and the efficiency and the numbers if we can build this highway in a day. But there's houses in the way. And the Chinese Communist Party is like, let me explain.
Yeah.
This is what they want to build.
Yeah. Well, so this organization, America's Future, is 80 years old. I'm going to give you a little history. in 1946, these were men and women that were entrepreneurs, military, writers, many writers. They did incredible book writing and so forth and educating the public. They were warning the American people, though, that there were over 1,000 organized communist groups